Okay, today I'm going to show you guys how to field strip an AK-47 assault rifle. This one's actually a Romanian WASR, not the original Kalashnikov, but still okay. Now the first thing you want to do before you field strip this weapon, or any weapon, is you want to make sure it's unloaded. So you'll remove the magazine, and you're going to charge the handle, make sure it's not around in the chamber. There's none in this chamber, so we're good to go. Engage the safety. Now the first actual step to field stripping the AK, besides checking to see if it's loaded, is you remove the cleaning rod from the front of the weapon. And the way you do that is you set it on stock, and you kind of push down, push out, and it just slides right on out of there. Like so. Now the second part is to remove the receiver cover. The way you do that is you just depress this little button right here, and this whole receiver cover will pop right off. So push in, kind of hard to push up, and that comes right off like so. The second part is to remove the recoil spring. You do that by simply depressing this, grab onto it because it might shoot out, kind of slide your thumb forward, support it with your left index and thumb, and that slides right out of the bolt carrier. And just set that aside. The next step is to remove the bolt carrier and the bolt. The way you do that is you just grab the handle and you pull back on the bolt and the bolt carrier, and it seems to just slide right out and out the top of the two little grooves. Just like so. Now that we have our bolt carrier, we just have to remove the bolt, and that's fairly simple. You just take it and you push down, twist, and it comes right out. And there you have your bolt and your bolt carrier. The next step is to remove the gas tube. And the way you do that is you move this lever on the foregrip, near the foregrip, up like this, and the gas tube, a little bit forward, should pop right out. And that covers the basic field strip of the AK-47. Very simple weapon to strip. Very few parts, as you can see. We have magazine, the receiver cover, the recoil spring, the cleaning rod, the bolt carrier, and the gas tube. And I brought some oil here, and you just oil all these parts up. Now to reassemble the weapon, it's just as easy as it was to take apart. You take your gas tube, make sure your lever's open, slide your gas tube right in this slot right here, make sure it's open. You just gotta move and wiggle it around, and it taps right in place. Make sure you lock it. The next step is putting the bolt into the bolt carrier, and the way we do that is we just slide it in like so, let it kind of fall. Now if you notice this lug, or this epicon, you twist it, it rides right into this little path right here, and when you ride it through, it'll twist kind of by its own, and it locks in place. The next step is to put the bolt and the bolt carrier back in. If you notice right here, there's a groove, and it'll slide right down there. So we'll take it, make sure your bolt's all the way forward. Make sure you put it right inside the grooves. Actually, you have to slide your piston in the gas tube, and you kind of just have to push down a little bit. I don't think my bolt's for. You apply a little bit of force like that and push forward. And that's how you get that back in. Next, we're going to put our recoil spring, and that goes right in this little hole and back in the back of the bolt carrier. And you just push forward, and it locks into these two grooves like so. And next is the receiver cover, and we just simply slide this right into here until you get nice in between all these grooves, and you just push like right about in here. Hold on, you gotta push it in, and you gotta make sure push it enough where this comes right out the back, and it should be locked in place. It's not moving. The next step to reassembling is you take your cleaning rod and you slide it into the you slide it into the little lug like so. And guide it along until it goes into the hole. And once you come back up to the top, slide it down, and it's in there. And that about covers the basic field strip to the AK-47. Now, after you disassemble and reassemble and maybe oil, you want to give a action check. And the way you do that is you simply charge it, make sure all that runs smooth, and you make sure the chamber's clear, and you pull the trigger. Everything resets and works like it should. And that's the basic field strip of the AK-47.